In a dramatic turn, Canada is considering canceling its $13.2 billion F-35 fighter jet deal with the United States, marking the biggest shakeup in North American defense cooperation in decades. Prime Minister Mark Carney has directed an urgent review of the military contract amid escalating trade tensions between the allies. The move comes as Washington's stance on steel, aluminum, and agricultural tariffs strains bilateral relations. Canada needs to understand that it cannot trust the United States on everything, Carney stated, suggesting a shift in Ottawa's defense strategy. Defense Minister Bill Blair confirmed that Canada is exploring European alternatives to the American-made F-35. Leading contenders include the Eurofighter Typhoon and French Rafale aircraft. The Eurofighter consortium has pitched their aircraft as a viable alternative, emphasizing lower maintenance costs despite less stealth capability. French manufacturer Dassault claims their Rafale can be adapted for Canadian conditions. This potential shift raises logistical challenges. Canada's proximity to the U.S. has made American military equipment the logical choice for parts, maintenance, and operations. The F-35 program represents membership in an exclusive club, including allies like the UK, Italy, Australia, Norway, and Denmark. Critics argue that abandoning the F-35 deal could isolate Canada from this strategic partnership network. Yet, domestic pressure to respond to American trade aggression appears to be outweighing these considerations. The situation reflects a broader reassessment of Canada's defense relationships, with Ottawa signaling it won't simply accept policies imposed by Washington. The international defense community watches closely to see if Canada will pivot away from its traditional military procurement patterns and embrace European alternatives, potentially reshaping North American defense cooperation. Breaking news. Canada considers major shift in defense strategy. Eyes European fighter jets. In a dramatic turn, Canada is contemplating cancellation of its $13 billion F-35 fighter jet deal with the United States, signaling a potential pivot toward European defense partnerships. This development comes amid escalating trade tensions between the allies. Prime Minister Mark Carney's administration has been vocal about diversifying Canada's military procurement options, particularly after recent U.S. tariffs on Canadian dairy and steel. Defense Secretary Bill Blair stated, "How we are treated by our trade and defense partners affects major tenders. We may need to consider a Plan B." The potential cancellation of 88 F-35 jets, scheduled for delivery from 2026, has opened discussions about European alternatives. Leading contenders include the Eurofighter Typhoon, UK, Germany, Italy, Spain joint production, France's Rafale 4, Sweden's Gripen E. While these fourth-generation aircraft may not match the F-35's stealth capabilities, they offer cost-effective alternatives. The U.S. Department of Defense warned that cancellation would seriously damage bilateral relations. Canadian officials are exploring broader European partnerships, including potential free trade agreements with the EU and defense cooperation with the UK. This shift could mark the end of Canada's near-exclusive defense relationship with the United States. Public sentiment favors the move, with many Canadians supporting independence from U.S. pressure. Critics warn about the economic implications of canceling such a massive contract. As diplomatic tensions simmer, observers note this decision could reshape North American defense cooperation. The coming weeks will be crucial as Canada balances its strategic interests against traditional alliances. For more details on this developing story, stay tuned to our channel. Breaking news. Canada considers major shift in defense strategy. European fighters may replace F-35. In a significant development, Ottawa is expected to make a final decision within 2 months regarding its $13 billion F-35 fighter jet deal with the United States. This decision comes amid trade tensions and concerns about military readiness. The Royal Canadian Air Force, operating aging CF-18 Hornets, faces a critical crossroads. The current fleet's operational readiness stands at 40%, facing maintenance issues, pilot shortages, and parts scarcity. The question isn't just about aircraft, it's about sovereignty and reliable partnerships, says defense analyst James Morrison. Canada needs to evaluate whether complete dependence on U.S. military hardware serves its interests. European alternatives are gaining consideration. 3 main contenders have emerged. 1. Eurofighter Typhoon, a joint European venture offering advanced combat capabilities, though lacking the F-35's stealth features. 2. French Rafale, a versatile multi-role fighter with strong track record. 3. Swedish Gripen, known for cost-effectiveness and adaptability to harsh conditions. The timing could benefit Canada, as European nations increase defense production. The European Commission's defense initiatives could offer favorable procurement terms. The potential cancellation carries risks, including possible U.S. retaliatory tariffs. However, domestic pressure questions the F-35 purchase, citing high maintenance costs and complexities. This isn't just about fighter jets, explains political economist Sarah Thompson. It's about Canada diversifying partnerships and ensuring military readiness isn't compromised by tensions. The decision could mark a historic shift in North American defense cooperation, potentially opening new chapters in Canadian-European military collaboration. Stay tuned for updates as this crucial decision approaches. Breaking news: Canada explores European fighter jet options amid U.S. trade tensions. In a significant shift that could reshape North American defense relationships, Canada is seriously considering European alternatives to the $13 billion F-35 fighter jet deal. This development comes as trade tensions with the United States continue to escalate, pushing Ottawa to explore defense partnerships across the Atlantic. Three main European contenders have emerged: the Eurofighter Typhoon, France's Rafale, and Sweden's Gripen. Each aircraft presents unique advantages for Canada's needs. The Typhoon, backed by a four-nation consortium, offers robust performance but comes with complex logistics. Its lack of fifth-generation capabilities raises questions about long-term viability. France's Rafale has garnered attention, boasting impressive multi-role capabilities and success with international buyers, including India, Greece, and Egypt. Although not matching the F-35's stealth capabilities, its advanced aerodynamics and twin-engine configuration could prove ideal for Canada's vast northern territories. Sweden's Gripen emerges as a dark horse candidate. Designed for harsh Scandinavian conditions, it boasts the lowest maintenance costs and highest operational readiness rates. "We designed it for the harshest Scandinavian conditions," Saab officials emphasize, noting its effectiveness in cold weather operations. The timing coincides with increased European defense production, as NATO allies boost military spending in response to conflicts in Eastern Europe. Industry experts suggest that if Canada joins European procurement programs, economies of scale could reduce unit costs, while some suggest alternative American options like the F-15X or Super Hornet. Sources in Ottawa indicate growing support for European suppliers. This aligns with Canada's recent strengthening of economic ties with the EU through CETA. The final decision could have far-reaching implications for North American defense cooperation and signal a significant shift in Canada's military procurement strategy. Breaking news from Ottawa as Canada faces a pivotal decision on the $13 billion F-35 fighter jet deal, potentially reshaping North American defense cooperation. Defense analysts suggest this could be a strategic move by Canada to address trade disputes with Washington. The core issue centers on whether breaking from U.S. military procurement would impact NORAD operations and logistics sharing. Recent polls show Canadians divided over alternatives. The Swedish Gripen E is noted for cost-effectiveness, the Eurofighter Typhoon for NATO compatibility, and the Rafale for strategic autonomy. Canadian Air Force leadership maintains that the F-35 provides superior technology for NATO operations. However, political tensions with Washington are pushing decision-makers to consider European alternatives. Bombardier has raised concerns about potential blowback. As a key subcontractor for Lockheed Martin, they warn that canceling the F-35 deal could impact Canadian-American industrial cooperation. "Fighting with the United States would hurt us significantly," stated a senior executive. Some experts suggest that closer ties with European defense manufacturers could offset these risks. Canadian manufacturers might find new opportunities in European programs. The government faces pressure from military commanders emphasizing operational capabilities, industry leaders warning of economic consequences, and political voices calling for independence from U.S. suppliers. A final decision is expected soon. This situation mirrors defense procurement challenges faced by other Western nations. The outcome could signal a shift in North American defense relationships. Public opinion remains divided, with each fighter jet option presenting unique advantages. The Gripen offers affordability, the Typhoon provides NATO integration, and the Rafale delivers technological independence.